Hi, I'm Will Bitten.
And I'm Evie Reardon, and you're watching WCAT Weekly News.
Now that everyone has settled back into school after spring break, there has certainly been a lot going on around campus.
On March 20th, the Westminster community celebrated WCAT Day, a day honoring the rescue of a wild cat from a pine tree in front of Campbell Hall 8 years ago. Every year, WCAT Day is a great way to remember the efforts put into saving the cat and also to welcome spring to our campus.
Next Wednesday, Westminster Upper School students and faculty have the opportunity to hear Jason Katz, a nationally known speaker on violence against women, will give a presentation during a special assembly. Also, there will be a blood drive through the American Red Cross Saturday, April 8th from 9 to 3 in Gerda's classroom.
Even though spring break is over, there are still a lot of exciting things to look forward to in the next few weeks. One of those events is prom. WCAT had the chance to talk to Student Government Junior Meghna Patel and Ms. Tosello about the setup of prom and all the effort that has gone into this year's preparations.
We started planning for prom about in August, I think, because that's when I had to book the band, and we booked airtight. So that was a while ago because we had a lot of people trying to beat us out for prom, and we were like, no, we want airtight. So we did that a while ago, but other than that, it's been, since the beginning of school. So what we did was we made a bunch of different committees as class officers. So we have like the food committee, lighting, decorations, senior tribute. And then what we did was we divided the grade up into those committees. So the people on that committee are in charge of figuring out what food they want for prom or what decorations they want. And then the senior tribute committee had to make the senior tributes one day during advisement. So that's exciting.
It's going to be very creative. What I have heard from, ideas from the juniors is that they like to kind of really reproduce the look of the Great Gatsby in the movie. The light, the cars, the luxurious kind of scenes sometimes that we have. So that's always, I cannot give you that much of information on that, but there is kind of a lot of thoughts put into how to well prepare and decorate that for the seniors.
Prom is going to be super fun. A lot of the juniors are really working hard to make it an awesome time, so hope to see everyone there, and we just can't wait to have a great time.
It looks like prom will be an extremely fun time for the juniors and seniors. Another exciting event in the coming weeks is Westfest, Westminster's outdoor spring festival taking place on Saturday, April 8th from 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. Westfest is a great chance to see many of Westminster's talented musicians perform.
Speaking of talent, Westminster's robotics team is third in the world. WCAT reporter Will Spillman had the chance to talk to juniors Grace Nichols and Hope Cho about their fantastic season in tournaments.
After a tournament win in Dalton and a good performance at a tournament in Columbus last weekend, the Wildcats are on an impressive run. We caught up with some of the team members to see how it's going this season and how they expect the rest of the season to go. All right, Grace, can you describe your road to the state tournament?
Well, state's in 2 weeks, so we've been doing a lot of preparation, recruiting a lot of younger kids to help us, and putting a lot of work hours in the den.
What are some of your expectations for how that'll go?
Well, the other teams in Georgia are special, to say the least, so we have pretty high hopes going to state.
Hope, what's your favorite part of robotics?
My favorite part of robotics is GPTF, which stands for Gracious Professionalism Task Force. And basically we go around the field asking different teams if they need help, and if they do, we just help them.
And for the two of you combined, where do you see the robotics team heading in the next year for as long as you guys are at Westminster? What are some of your goals?
Well, I definitely want us to go to Einstein's, which is like the top tier of the world. We have a better shot this year, but we haven't been since like 2012. And I don't know, be an even better team for senior year.
Good luck to the Wildcats in the state championship this year, and we hope they can improve on their world number 3 ranking, which might be a little bit hard to do. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Will.
March Madness is in full swing, and many Westminster students have created brackets that have been busted due to the shocking upsets.
Not only has March Madness attracted tons of attention from Westminster students and faculty, but also many varsity sports have had games this week. Here's all the highlights of this week's matches with Jack Hunter's weekly sports report.
Thanks, guys. I'm Jack Hunter with your weekly WCAT sports report. The round of 64 last week didn't feature many upsets, with the lowest seed winning a 12 seed, which was Middle Tennessee, who actually was favored in the game, which left many brackets looking good after the first round, but everything changed after the round of 32, with big upsets from Wisconsin and South Carolina. We went around school this week to see how many brackets were busted.
My bracket is busted because I thought Duke was going to go to the championship game, which busted it all, and I picked Villanova to go to the Elite Eight, so sort of screwed up there.
My bracket is busted because Duke lost.
My bracket is doing pretty good right now because I have Kansas winning the whole thing.
Is my bracket busted? Yes. And I'd have to say I'm torn between A, putting Duke in the championship game like a brilliant guy, or B, doubting John Baleen, the Michigan coach, and having them go out in the second round.
Well, my bracket's doing really badly now because I had Duke as my champion and Villanova going really far too.
My bracket is still looking good because I picked Arizona to win it all.
My bracket is busted because Duke lost, but I'm a huge UNC fan, so I'm not that disappointed.
Now, the Sweet 16 is underway. After some great games last night, it will continue tonight with 4 great games, including a regular season rematch between UCLA and Kentucky and SEC favorite, the University of Florida. The girls' Lax team will play tonight at 7:30 versus JL Man, a team from South Carolina. This kicks off the Dogwood lacrosse tournament. If the team wins tonight, they will play Saturday for a chance in the championship game. Both boys and girls track and field teams defeated Whitfield on Wednesday. They will play at Pace today. The boys soccer team defeated Lovett Wednesday by a score of 6-0 to improve their record to 8-3. Both girls and boys teams will play again later next week. The boys tennis team has started off strong this season. As of Wednesday, the team is still undefeated with highlight wins over Walton and Brookwood. Their next match is Tuesday versus Lovett at home. The boys golf team finished second in the Westminster Invitational behind Mount Perrin on Wednesday. Lovett, Marist, and Pace all finished tied for third. That'll wrap it up for this week's sports. I'm Jack Hunter. Now back to you, Evie.
Thanks, Jack. It is always good to be caught up with Westminster sports.
Recently, many students have been voting for positions in student leadership. Next year's student co-chairs will be Meghna Patel and Adam Liang. Congratulations to you both. We can't wait to see what all you accomplish next year.
Well, that's all for this week's news, and for WCAT, I'm Will Benton.
And I'm Evie Reardon, and we will see you next week on WCAT Weekly News.